Hello guys, how are you all? So welcome back to Cracking IELTS 9.0, and I am back after a long gap. So it has been nearly maybe 2 years since I made a video. I was really busy with my professional career. So because I was getting a lot of positive comments and a lot of people asking me to do more videos on the IELTS reading, I have decided to post some more videos so that they are really helpful to you guys. So today I'm going to discuss this passage, the Dead Sea Scrolls. So this is like Cambridge 17 Test 2 Passage 1. And so without wasting any time, let's dive into the passage. So here we have few questions like the 1 to 5, they are one-word answers, as you can see. And next we have true, false, not given, 6 to 13. So we'll discuss all these questions and answers along with some logical explanations, okay? So, yep. So let us start. So our approach, our strategy for this reading would be, we will read the question first, okay? We will underline the keywords, and depending on them, we will search those keywords in the passage and we'll try to get the answers, okay? So this will be the easiest method and the fastest method, okay? This should save a lot of time and without you wasting any time in the examination, okay? So as you can see, it is choose one word only, right? And that, see, the first one said discovery, Qumran, 1946. So 3 Bedouin shepherds in their teens were near an opening on side of the cliff. So here he's talking about the Bedouin shepherds, right? Bedouin means the groups that live in the Arabian Peninsula, like especially in the desert areas, the Arabic people in the past, they are called Bedouins, right? So the first question says, heard a noise of breaking when a teenager threw a dash. So what are the keywords here? Obviously, the Bedouin is one keyword, right? And the opening of a cliff means a mountain. It can be a mountain or a hill. They heard a noise of breaking when a teenager threw something. So noise is one keyword, and also the teenager threw something. So these are our keywords. Okay. So we'll look for these keywords in the passage and then we'll decide the answer. Okay. So now let's read the passage. So in the late 1946 or 1947, 3 Bedouin teenagers were tending their goats and sheep. See, so we got our first keyword, right? What is that? The Bedouin teenagers, right? So they were tending their goats and sheep near the ancient settlement of Qumran, located on the northwest shore of the Dead Sea in what is known as now the West Bank. Okay, it is known as the West Bank, right? Fine. Okay. One of these young shepherds, he tossed a rock into an opening on the side of a cliff and was surprised to hear a scattering sound. Okay. Rock into an opening on the side of a cliff and was surprised to hear a scattering sound. Okay. So this guy, he tossed. So one of the young shepherds, he tossed a rock. Okay. So he threw a rock where? Into an opening on the side of a cliff. So cliff is one keyword, right? We were looking for this keyword, cliff, right? So cliff is a keyword that we are looking for and was surprised to hear a scattering sound. Wow. So sound, see. Now I'll match the synonyms. Here we say sound, here it says noise. Okay, these two are the synonyms. Of breaking when a teenager threw a dash. So what did he threw? He threw a rock, right? So tossed means throwing. Okay, so they both are synonyms. So we should know a lot of synonyms when you answer the IELTS reading passages, especially. Okay. So shepherds tossed a rock into an opening. So what is our first answer? I hope it is pretty clear, right? So what is the first answer? Is the rock, right? Right. Next, let's move on to the next one. Teenagers went into the dash and found a number of containers made of dash. Okay. So those teenagers, they went into something, okay, and they found some containers made of something. So what are the keywords? Teenagers went into something, this is one keyword, and found a number of containers made of jars. So we look for these containers and where did they go? Okay, so now let's read the passage again. He and his companion, so I'm reading from here, okay, and companion later entered the cave and stumbled across a collection of large clay jars, seven of which contained scrolls with writing on them. Okay. So the teenagers took the seven scrolls to a nearby town where they sold for a small sum to a local antiques dealer. Right. So I think we have our answer here, right? So he and his companions later entered the cave. So look at this one. Entered is a keyword. And what does we say? Here it says went. So went into something. Yeah, so these both they are matching, right? So entered the cave. So cave should be our answer here. And they stumbled across a collection of large clay jars. So jars is the keyword for containers. Okay. So the containers made of what? They are made of clay. Okay, so large clay jars. So that I think that is our answer, right? So let me add the text here. So the second answer would be entered into the cave, right? And what is our third answer? They are made of clay. Okay, guys. So the next one is about the scrolls. Okay, till now we read about the discovery. So the next one will be about the scrolls, right? Now the date between 150 BCE and 70 CE. So this is our keyword, right? So this is the thing we are looking for. 150 BCE and 70 CE should be the keyword. Okay, after that, what has happened? Thought to have been written by group of people known as the dash. So he's talking about some group of people, they are known as something. Okay, and written mainly in the dash language. So he's talking about some language here, right? So what is the language? Most of the religious topics are written using ink on parchment or papyrus. Okay, so let's read this. What is the keyword here? 150 BC and 70 CE. Where is that? Let us see. Let us see. When I scan through, I found it here, right? Right? 150 BCE and 70 CE. This is what I have found. Now let's read after this. Okay. So the origin of Dead Sea Scrolls, which were written around 2000 years between this, is still the subject of scholarly debate even today. According to the prevailing theory, they are the work of a population that inhabited the area until Roman troops destroyed the settlement around 70 CE. Right? The area was known as Judea at that time, and the people are thought to have belonged to a group called Essenes, a devotee Jewish sect, right? So, yes, so what is the answer now? So let's read the question again. Thought to have been written by a group of people known as. So here he's talking about group of people, they are known as something. What is that? Here the area was known as Judea. Is Judea the answer? No, because this is a Judea is the name of an area, not a people, not a group of people, right? So the people are thought to have belonged to a group called Essence. See, people and group. Okay, the name of the group is called SNS. So this should be our answer, right? Hence, what is the fourth answer? SNS, right? All right, guys. So let's Written mainly in the dash language. So he's talking about some language. In which language is this written? So let's read the next paragraph. Okay. Let me zoom this a bit so that it will be much more clear to you guys. Right. So the third paragraph. Let's read the third paragraph. The majority of the text on Dead Sea Scrolls were in Hebrew, with some fragments written in an ancient version of its alphabet thought to have fallen out of use in the 5th century BCE. So I think we got the answer, right? What is that? The majority of the texts. What is he mainly written? Mainly and majority. Those two, they are the keywords, right? So they are mainly written. Hmm? Mainly and majority. Okay, so those two, they are the keywords. Okay, and they are in Hebrew. So I think Hebrew is the language, right? But there are other languages as well. Some scrolls are in Aramaic, the language spoken by many inhabitants of the region from 6th century to the siege of Jerusalem in 70 CE. So, okay, Aramaic is also one of the possibility, right or no? So let us see which one is the right answer. In addition, several texts feature translations of the Hebrew Bible into Greek. Okay, now we have different types of languages. So some of you may get confused. What is the answer? Is it Hebrew or Aramaic? Okay, or is it Greek? So how to tackle that? How to find out the right answer? Again, answer is keywords. So you look at the question, written mainly in the dash language. He's talking about mainly. What is the main language? So in the first sentence itself, we have the majority of the text on Dead Sea are in Hebrew, the majority. So written mainly in Hebrew. Yes, Hebrew is the right answer, right? So he's talking about the majority language here, right? So Hebrew is our answer, right? So as far as I can see, we have our answers here, and let us move to the next section of questions. What is that? It is this one, true, false, or not given. Okay. Right. Let's read the again our strategy for this true false not given would be we will read the question first, underline the keywords, then we'll search for those keywords in the passage. Okay. So this will be the easiest and fastest approach, right? Next, the Bedouin teenagers who found the scrolls were disappointed by how little money they received for them. Okay, good. So let me highlight this. What are the keywords? The Bedouin teenagers who found the scrolls were disappointed. Okay, he's talking about some disappointment on how little money they received. Okay, he's also talking about money, how little money, right? How little money they received for them. Okay, so yep, let me see. I think we read about this in the first passage itself, right? Right. I think I came across this in the first. He talked about some small sum, right? Yeah, here. Look at this now. I'm talking from here, okay? So the teenagers took the 7 scrolls to a nearby town where they were sold for a small sum to a local antiques dealer. Okay, so those teenagers, they sold those scrolls to some dealer for a very small sum. See, this is here is the keyword, small sum. Okay, I hope you guys can see this, right? Small sum, little money. See, these two, they are the synonyms, right? So the teenagers were disappointed. Oh, is the author talking about any disappointment or the feelings of the teenagers, any excitement, anything here? No, I don't see anything. So word of the find spread and Bedouins archaeologists eventually unearthed tens of thousands of additional scroll fragments from 10 nearby caves. And together they make up 800, 900 manuscripts. That's it. So here the author, he talked about the money, but he didn't talk about disappointment. So what is the answer now, guys? So Bedouin teenagers who found the scrolls were disappointed by how little amount they received for them. It's not given anywhere. Okay, it is given only about the little money that they got for the scrolls, but the author didn't talk about any disappointment or excitement, anything like that. So what should be our answer, Brian? So it should be not given, right? Yes. So it is, yeah, not given. Now let's move to the next one, seventh one. There is agreement among academics about the origin of the Dead Sea Scrolls. Okay. So what are the keywords here, guys? He's talking about some agreement among academics about the origin of the Dead Sea Scrolls. So origin. So he's talking about some agreements now. So what is the keyword? Origin of the Dead Sea Scrolls. I think we read about this in the first or second passage, I guess, right? Where is that? The origin of the Dead Sea Scrolls. Yes, exactly this one, right? See, the second passage, first from the beginning. The origin of the Dead Sea Scrolls, which were written around 2000 years ago, is still the subject of scholarly debate even today. Oh, okay, right. So I think I got the answer. So he says the origin, it is still the subject of scholarly debate even today. This is the thing. This is the thing we need to understand, guys. See, is still, it is still the subject of scholarly debate even today. This is our answer. I hope you guys can understand this, right? What does he say in the question? There is an agreement among the academics about the origin. No, there is no agreement. What is there? There is debate today. Still the subject of scholarly debate even today. So here he says it is a debate, but here he says it's an agreement. What is he saying? So it's completely opposite, right? Hence, what is our answer? Yes, it should be false, right? So this one, seventh one, should be false. So I'll just write F here, okay? So here he says there is some agreement. No, we don't have agreement. There is debate. So it is completely opposite, right? So when we answer this true, false, not given, they can be tricky sometimes. So we need to be very careful, right? See, the statement is true only if the statement agrees with the information. Okay, it is false if it is contradicting. So in this seventh question, it is contradicting with what is given in the passage. Hence, it is false. Not given if there is no information. So sixth question, there is no information about disappointment, right? Hence, it is not given. All right. So let's move to the next question, eighth one. Most of the books of the Bible written on the scrolls are incomplete. Okay, so what are the keywords here? So the keywords are Bible, written on the scrolls are incomplete. Okay, most of the books, okay? He's talking about some books that are incomplete, right? Most of the books of the Bible written on the scrolls are incomplete. So let's read about books, Bible, and these things, okay? Let's start from the third paragraph again. The majority of the texts are in Hebrew, with some fragments written in an ancient version of its alphabet, thought to have fallen out of the use in the 5th century. But there are other languages as well. Some scrolls are in Aramaic, the language spoken by many inhabitants of the region from the 6th century to the siege of Jerusalem in 17th CE. In addition, several text features translation of the Hebrew Bible into Greek. Okay, right. So we didn't come across anything about the scrolls which are incomplete, something like that. Okay, next passage. The Dead Sea Scrolls include fragments from every book of the Old Testaments of the Bible except for the book of Esther. Okay. The only entire book of the Hebrew Bible preserved among the manuscripts from Qumran is Isaiah. This copy, dated to the 1st century BCE, is considered the earliest biblical manuscript in existence, along with Biblical texts, the scrolls include documents about sectarian regulations in religious writings that do not appear in the Old Testament. Okay, I think I have got my answer. What about you guys? Right. So most of the books of the Bible written on the scrolls are incomplete. So he's talking about some books that are incomplete. So look at the first sentence. The Dead Sea Scrolls include fragments from every book of the Old Testaments of the Bible, except for the book of Esther. Okay, here he's talking about the book of Esther, the only entire book of the Hebrew Bible preserved among the manuscripts from Qumran is Isaiah. See, look at this statement. The only entire book of the Bible. See, so this is the only entire book of Hebrew preserved is Isaiah. This is the only entire book. What does it mean? It means the other books, they are incomplete, right? So this copy dated to the 1st century BC is considered the earliest biblical manuscript still in existence. Okay. So the only entire book of the Hebrew Bible is Isaiah, right? So what is the question says? Most of the books of the Bible written on the scrolls are incomplete. Yes, most of them are incomplete. And the only complete one is Isaiah, right? Yes. So eighth one is matching with the information given in the passage. Hence, it should be true, right? So let me write T here, okay? Yes. So let's come to the ninth one, okay? Next question. The information on the copper scroll is written in an unusual way. So he is talking about some copper scroll. So this is a scroll made of copper. So we didn't come across any copper scrolls in this. So let's move on to the next passage, okay? So yes, so let's read the next passage. The writing on the Dead Sea Scrolls is mostly in black or occasionally red, and the scrolls themselves are nearly all made of either parchment or an early form of paper called papyrus, right? The only exception is the scroll numbered 3Q15, which is created out of a combination of copper and tin. Okay, so we came across something copper here. It is made of copper and tin, known as the copper scroll. Yes, we got our keyword here, right? Copper scroll. This curious document features letters chiseled onto metal, perhaps as some have theorized to better withstand the passage of time. Okay, so this is some special scroll now, right? Okay, one of the most intriguing manuscripts from Qumran. This is a sort of ancient treasure map that lists dozens of gold and silver caches, right? Using an unconventional vocabulary and odd spelling, it describes 64 underground hidden places that supposedly contain riches buried for safekeeping. None of these hoards have been recovered, possibly because the Romans pillaged Judea during the 1st century. According to various hypotheses, the treasure belonged to local people and was rescued from the Second Temple before its destruction or never existed to begin with. Okay, right. I think, yeah, we read something about the copper scroll. So the information on the copper scroll is written in an unusual way. I think so. Because, see, he told about something. The only exception is the scroll number 3Q15, which was created out of a combination of copper and tin, known as a copper scroll. Yes, he's talking about the copper scroll. This curious document features letters chiseled onto the metal, right? Perhaps as some have theorized to better withstand the passage of time. So those letters, they indicate the passage of time. So yes, this copper scroll is written in some special way. Yes, it's unusual way. So one of the most intriguing manuscripts. So it is written, okay, dozens of gold, silver caches, right? Unconventional vocabulary and odd spelling. Unconventional, unusual. This is the key word, right? Using an unconventional vocabulary, odd spelling, it describes 64 underground hidden places that supposedly contain the riches buried for safekeeping. Yes, guys. So yes, I think we got our keyword in the answer, right? So all these things, they indicate that the copper scroll is written in an unusual way. So yes, I guess. So what is the answer now? It should be True, right? So ninth one is also true. So let's move to the next question, okay? So 10th one, Mar Samuel was given some of the scrolls as a gift. Okay, so there is some guy, okay, called as Samuel, Mar Samuel. So this is our keyword. So let us read about this guy. Where is this guy? Some of the Dead Sea Scrolls have been on interesting journeys. In 1948, a Syrian Orthodox bishop known as Mar Samuel, yes, here is our guy. This guy came right now. Acquired four of the original seven scrolls from a Jerusalem shoemaker and a part-time antiquity dealer, paying less than $100 for them. Then he traveled to the US and unsuccessfully offered them to a number of universities, including LA. Okay. So what does the question say? Mar Samuel was given some of the scrolls as a gift. Did he get it as a gift or no? I don't think so, because this Mar Samuel acquired. So it means he got four of the seven scrolls from the shoemaker, paying less than $100 for them. So this guy, he paid $100, right? You can see it here, right? Pays less than $100. Then he traveled to the US. Yes. So I don't think he got it as a gift, right? Yes. So Mar Samuel, did he get it as a gift? No, he paid less than $100. So what is the answer? It is completely contradicting. So what is the answer, guys? It is false. Clearly, it is false, right? Hence, 10th one is false. Now let's move to the 11th one. In early 1950s, a number of educational settlements in the US were keen to buy scrolls from Mar Samuel. Okay. So he's talking about number of educational establishments, means some universities or colleges. Okay. So educational establishments means the universities. I think we read something about the universities, right? In the US, were they keen to buy the scrolls? Are they keen? Are they very keen means interested to buy the scrolls? Is it so? Let us read. Then he traveled to the United States, okay, and unsuccessfully offered them to a number of universities, including LA University. Oh, so what is the answer, guys? I think I got my answer. Finally, in 1954, he placed an advertisement in the business paper Wall Street Journal under the category miscellaneous items for sale that read biblical manuscripts dating back to at least 200 BC are for sale. This would be an ideal gift to an educational institution by an individual or group. Fortunately, Israeli archaeologist and statesman Yadin negotiated their purchase and brought the scrolls back to Jerusalem, where they remain to this day. Okay, so this is the whole story. So, did the universities are they? So, what is the question? Universities were keen to buy the scrolls. Are they keen? No, because he traveled to US and unsuccessfully offered them to a number of universities. So it is not successful. It is unsuccessful. Means the universities were not keen. They did not buy. That's why he had to give an advertisement in the Wall Street Journal, and then this Israeli archaeologist he bought it. Hence, he offered them unsuccessfully. So, but here says it is successful. Means they are not exactly successful. They are keen to buy. No, they were not keen to buy. Hence, it is again opposite. It is contradicting to what is given. Hence, the answer is false. Okay. So let's move to the next question, guys. Right. What is the next question? The scroll that was pieced together in 2017 contains information about annual occasions in the Qumran area 2000 years ago. Okay. So he's talking about what? The scroll that was pieced together in 2017 is talking about a scroll, and the year 2017 contains information about annual occasions. So there is information about annual occasions in the Qumran area 2000 years ago. So let's read the last passage. Maybe we have it there because we didn't get it till now. Okay, so I think this is the last passage, right? In 2017, so we got one keyword. Researchers from the University of Haifa restored and deciphered one of the last untranslated scrolls. The university's Ratson and Jonathan spent 1 year reassembling the 60 fragments that make up the scroll, deciphered from a band of coded text on parchment. The find provides insight into the community of people who wrote it and the 364-day calendar they would have used. Okay. The scroll names celebrations that indicate shifts in seasons and details two yearly religious events. Okay. Known from another Dead Sea scroll. Only one more known scroll remains untranslated. Okay. Here he talked about some celebrations that indicate shift in seasons and details see, two yearly religious events, right? Means annual occasions. See, the scroll contains information about annual occasions in Qumran area 2000 years ago. I think yes, it is aligning with what is given in the passage, right? So the scroll names celebrations that indicate shifts in the seasons and details two yearly religious events. Yes. Yearly religious events and annual occasions. They both are the synonyms, right? They both are matching. So yes, 12th one is matching with what is given in the passage. Hence, our answer is, it should be true, right? Okay, now let's move on to the last question. So, academics at the University of Haifa are currently researching how to decipher the final scroll. So, he's talking about academics, about the University of Haifa. He also says that they are currently researching how to decipher the final scroll. Okay, so let's read this again. Researchers from the University of Haifa restored and deciphered one of the last untranslated scrolls. Okay. So yeah, that was in 2017, right? But here he's talking about currently researching. So we did not get anything till now. So let's read ahead. The university's Ratson and Jonathan, they spent 1 year reassembling the 60 fragments that make up the scroll, deciphered from a band of coded text on parchment. The find provides the insight into this, who wrote it and 364-day calendar they have used. The scroll name celebrations, seasons, and two yearly events known from another Dead Sea scroll. One more known scroll remains untranslated. So there is only one scroll which is untranslated. What is he talking in the text? Academics at the University of Iowa, they are currently researching how to decipher the final scroll. Okay. So what is the answer, guys? What do you think? I think I got my answer. So he's talking about University of Haifa. They are currently researching. Is it given anywhere in the passage? The researchers from University of Haifa, they restored and deciphered one of the last scrolls in 2017. That was way back, right? So, but he in the passage he did not talk what are they doing currently, right? Currently researching how to decipher the final scroll. No, nothing is given in the passage. We don't know what are the academics or the students in the University of Faya, what are they doing currently. There's nothing given in the passage, but what they did in 2017 only is given, right? So yes, so there is no information on this. So what is the answer, guys? It's not given, right? Okay, so this is the strategies or tips that we are going to learn, guys. If you want me to solve any particular passage in the future, please mention that passage name in the comment section. I'll try to solve it in my own method. Okay, so from now on, I'll try to upload videos more frequently as possible. So let's meet again in some another video. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel if you like the content. And please share it with your friends who are trying to crack the IELTS test, especially. So yes, so please follow my channel in order to learn some new strategies and unique methods to solve the IELTS reading passages. So I'll meet you soon in another video with a new passage. Until then, bye bye.